Good morning, squad. Welcome back to MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, the number one spot for everything sports talk, sports news, sports debate in the morning. Hope y'all had a great Wednesday night. Enjoyed all the basketball that was on slate for Wednesday. The great game between the Sixers, the Nets, the amazing performance from Damian Lilliard that night. I hope y'all had a great Thursday. We got a great Friday rundown. Of course, we're going to speak on Damian Lillard's 60 points on 70% shooting from the field. Is he going to make the playoffs with the Portland Trailblazers this year? And then, of course, we're going to shift our focus to the NFL and championship weekend. San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's get right into it, gang, gang. So we're going to start off going back to Wednesday night in the historic performance from Damian Lillard's 60-point game, 21 from 29 from the field, scored 20 straight points to give the Portland Trailblazers a 134-124 win over the Utah Jazz. But that makes them only 23-25 throughout the first 48 games of the NBA season, putting them 12th in the Western Conference. Will they make the playoffs? Hell no. They not making the playoffs this year. The best they could hope for is to get into the play-in tournament. You see the way that Jeremy Grant started the season. You see the way that Anthony Simon started the season, and they both tailed off. And now you're putting it all on Damian Lillard, who's a lot older. He's just returning from an injury. He's load managing and everything. So he's not the Damian Lillard of old that can carry a team, especially in a stacked Western Conference, to the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? They need a lot more help offensively. They need a lot more help. So to me, I'm going to say no, that the Portland Trailblazers aren't going to make the playoffs. And I do think the Portland Trailblazers eventually will get rid of Damian Lillard because they know that they'll get some assets back for Damian Lillard. Not to mention they want to do right by him and put him in a position where he can showcase his skill set in a top market or on the biggest stage. You get what I'm saying? I see eventually them shipping him to a way bigger market or to a team that they have a chance to win in the finals. Unless Dame comes out there and insists that he retires a Portland Trailblazer, I think that the Portland Trailblazers will eventually, maybe not next year, but the year after that, they'll probably do right by Damian Lillard and get him up out of there. Let's move on though. Let's finally focus on championship weekend in the NFL. Let's get it, baby. You get what I'm saying? This Sunday, we got my San Francisco 49ers flying into my hometown city of Philadelphia to face the Philadelphia Eagles for the NFC Championship. And then we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Kansas City to face the Kansas City Chiefs for the AFC Championship game. Let's break these games down. Let's start off with the first game. The Niners at the Eagles, 1-1 in the past two meetings in the past two seasons. Last year we beat them in, I think, week 4. The year before that, I think they beat us in like week 4 with Nick Mullins, and they had, I believe Carson Wentz was the starter at the time. Last year it was Jalen Hurts early starting in the season, so Jalen Hurts is a lot better. He's an MVP candidate this year, so we are not the same teams that we faced over the past 2 seasons. You got the number 1 defense in my San Francisco 49ers, the number 1 scoring defense going up against the number 8 scoring defense in the Philadelphia Eagles. To me, this is a very tightly contested matchup. Like, a lot of people are coming out there and saying that the Philadelphia Eagles are just too talented for my San Francisco 49ers. And you look at my Niners and it's like, we are one of the most talented rosters in the NFL with some of the most experience and some of the best coaches in the NFL. So when you look at, we got 2 coaches in the past 2 years that gotten head coaching jobs off of their coordinator jobs. DeMeco Ryans is going to make it 3 in 3 straight years. So what are we talking about? We got the best coaches, we got the most experience, and we have some of the top talent in the league. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, and we're going to be the stiffest opponent that the Philadelphia Eagles have faced this year. I'm not going to say that the Philadelphia Eagles are the stiffest opponent that we faced this year. We don't know who's better out of the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. They went 1-1 this year. They split the series this year. The Philadelphia Eagles won the division, but it wasn't like they ran away with it. They had to win the last game to beat out Dallas Cowboys for that division. So we don't know if the Dallas Cowboys are better than the Philadelphia Eagles like that. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I'm going out there, and I'm not going to make a bold prediction, but we are clearly the stiffest opponent that the Philadelphia Eagles have faced, and the Philadelphia Eagles aren't the stiffest opponent that my San Francisco 49ers have faced. We've played the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, they came to San Francisco. Yes, they punched us in the mouth, but their offense is explosive. Patrick Mahomes is a lot more accomplished quarterback than Jalen Hurts is. So when you look at my San Francisco 49ers and how battle-tested we are just throughout our time, I think that's going to bode well for us in this game. That's going to end up being a tight game. They're not going to come out and do us like they did the New York Giants. They're not. Let's not act like the Philadelphia Eagles didn't stumble into the playoffs. They stumbled into the playoffs. And then you had the New York Giants. They went out there. They upset the Minnesota Vikings. They was happy. They got their first playoff win in 11 seasons. And then they came out there and they got punched in the mouth by the Philadelphia Eagles. They was cool. All right, let's go back home. Up the road, 2 hours, we good. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, my Niners ain't having that. We not trying to fly 3, 4, 5 hours back to San Francisco and Cali on a bad L. You tripping. This is our third NFC championship in 4 years. The experience will prevail in this game. I'm going to go with my San Francisco 49ers. I feel as though my San Francisco 49ers will have Jalen Hurts revert back and look a little bit more pedestrian than he's been looking throughout the NFL season. He's going to go up. He's 2-3 against top 10 defenses. He is going up against the number 1 defense in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts, I believe, is 1-2 in 3 games against top 10 defenses. He's going up against the number 1 defense. You may as well chalk another L up. 23-17, my San Francisco 49ers make just enough plays over the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia to book our trip to our 8th Super Bowl appearance. Hopefully getting our 6th Super Bowl ring. Let's move on to the AFC Championship game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City Chiefs. 3-0 versus the Kansas City Chiefs is Joe Burrow. Patrick Mahomes, what's going on with his ankle? Patrick Mahomes, he did look good when we got a little glimpse at him at practice, when we got a little glimpse of him leaving the podium after his press conference. What was that, Wednesday afternoon, I believe? So Patrick Mahomes, to me, looks like he's rounding into closer to 100% form, and that's boding well for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's not looking well for the Cincinnati Bengals. And what's going on with the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line? Still got 3 offensive linemen out, and I think that Chris Jones can be the one that really takes advantage of that. And I don't think I like the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals are coming in with their chest out. They coming in calling it Burrow head. They coming in talking all this, and hey, listen, man, let's not forget the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? So I think that the Cincinnati Bengals will come out there, they'll execute, but let's not act like all 3 of those games haven't been close games. The Kansas City Chiefs could easily be 3-0 against the Cincinnati Bengals, but they didn't make enough plays. I think they make enough plays this Sunday. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs over the Cincinnati Bengals with a hobble Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best football player in the NFL, and I think he's going to come out there and show it. I think he's going to go out there and prove his competitive nature and show that he is clearly the best football player in the NFL, and Andy Reid is going to go out there showing that he's a way better coach than Zach Taylor is. That's what they're going to prove. You get what I'm saying? Because that's all it comes down to. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals have a better roster from top to bottom, but I think that Patrick Mahomes has a little bit more competitive fire, and I think that Andy Reid is a better coach than Zach Taylor. So I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs over the Cincinnati Bengals, 27-23. I got 2 close games in this championship round. What do you expect when you think about the championship round? A chance to book your trip for the Super Bowl. It's gonna be some close nip and tuck games. Let me know what y'all think, though. This is MadMizzy Sports Morning Show. Damian Lilliard scored 60 points off of 21 from 29 from the field, putting the Blazers at 23-25 on the season after a 134-124 win over the Utah Jazz. Will the Portland Trailblazers make the playoffs? And who do y'all have winning and advancing from championship weekend to the Super Bowl in the NFL? You got the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City Chiefs. MadMizzy Sports Morning Show. Like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert. MizzyWorld Entertainment. Gang.